Hello and welcome to Mikey Fine Figures. Today I've got a couple of different lines that I picked up figures from. Let's get started. So I stopped in at a toy store. I'm not even sure like how I didn't know this place existed. Shout out to Toy Overdose for making a video there when he was in Ohio a few months ago. Yeah, I was on my way to a baseball game. So I didn't have a whole lot of time. I was only in the store for maybe 20 minutes, but I did pick up a couple of cool figures. Definitely am going to make plans to go back at a future date. All right, so being I was only in there for a short time, I wanted to make sure I got a couple of different things for a couple of different toy lines. So the first thing we're going to look at, and I picked this up for $12.99, and I do like how they have like their own label and everything. There's the phone number and their information, address, website, stuff like that. Plus they're on social media with Instagram, so you can hit them up there. Definitely worth stopping in there. It is an amazing place. But yeah, this is Superfly Jimmy Snuka, 1991 Hasbro WWF, Series 2. Series 2. Yeah, 91. This would have been Series 2. So, Snuka has the Superfly Slam. Ooh, you know what? Superfly Slam. Oh, there we go. It was the way I was using it. So, Superfly Slam does work. Yeah, so Superfly Slam does work. You can have him standing up there with his hands up right before he does the slam. Does the dive off the rope. Pretty clean overall, like his trunks and knee pads, his ankle wraps, everything's good, bright colors. I don't see any scuff marks. I mean, this is a clean toy. So there is just a small little rub mark right there. So I think for 13 bucks, is that what this was, $12.99? Yeah, for $12.99, great action figure. Okay, so the next figure we're going to look at is an addition to my Masters of the Universe Vintage collection. So this is one of the heroes from Mattel, Masters of the Universe 1984 Wave 3. Come on, get out of the bag. Buzz Off. Buzz Off is the, I can't remember, is he a king or was he just the leader? I think he's just the leader of the bee people. He's got a little bit of scuffing there, maybe a little dust. He can definitely use a little bit of a clean job. And this is complete with his accessories. That was the main reason that I picked this up. So he does have his axe and he does have his visor. Yeah, the visor just, I always thought that fit kind of weird. Does have the wings intact, complete. Wow, those legs are actually pretty good too. So I'm pretty excited about that. I actually just ordered some leg bands so I can get all the leg bands replaced on the figures that I'm having some problems getting to stand up. But yeah, super cool. So he's got claws on each side for hands. Probably took, at least this left hand, I'm thinking came from a Clawful, or Clawful came from Buzz Off, one or the other. It's got the webbed feet. We've seen those a couple times. So obviously they did reuse a lot of parts all throughout this line to save on cost, and they all look amazing, so I support that decision. So the last figure that we are going to look at is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Wave number 2. This was actually in the glass case. I'm not sure why, because I don't think this is in near as good a shape as the figures we've already looked at, but I did pay a little more for this. I think I paid about 20 bucks for this, but this is a wave number 2. Wait, wave 2? Wave 2. This was like 89, 90. Yeah, wave 2 was 89 for sure. So Casey Jones, this is something that I had as a kid. This was one of my favorite figures. And he comes with his golf bag with a couple of bats and a hockey stick in there. You can see there's some markings on there. I think I'll be able to get them off. He's really dirty, so he definitely needs a good old figure bath. Get the candles on, you know, set the music, get the bubbles, and get him cleaned up. So there's a little bit of rub wear on his rear end and a little bit on the hair on the top, but overall a very strong figure. This will display nice, but I think once we get this cleaned up, it's going to look a lot better. So that's really going to be like the next step. I'm going to get these figures cleaned up, and then we're going to do like a nice up close look at these figures before we end this video. Just keep in mind, if you have any metal parts, you might not want to submerge them into the water. So let's check Buzz off his feature. Really good. So here he is, nice and clean up from the front. And from the back, he's going to display really nice. Onto our Snuka. Check him out. So nice and shiny. The back, everything looks great with him. Casey cleaned up pretty well. I got the marks off of the bag. So let's get these into the display cases. So here's Snuka with the rest of the Hasbros. And Buzz off beside Castle Grayskull. And we'll just stick Casey down here in this empty spot with the bad guys for now. So that wraps up this video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. What was your favorite figure that I picked up today? And I'll catch you guys next time.